We're here back in the Fantasy Bar, big night of NBA, and we are here with 6 of my favorite plays, 5 DFS plays, my favorite bet of the night. We're going to find some of my favorite value plays, and a beast of the night under 6K on both FanDuel and DraftKings. Who is it? Belly up to the Fantasy Bar and find out. Welcome in, guys. Wednesday edition Beers Daily Fantasy Six-Pack, talking NBA hoops with 5 DFS plays for you and my favorite bet of the night as well. Thank you, as always, for stopping by the Fantasy Bar. Now, before we get into the plays, guys, a couple things. As always, first, click that thumbs up button. I'm challenging you guys. Let's see how many thumbs up we can get on the video today. Thank you in advance for that. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Get notified when these videos are coming out. Baseball season is here. Take a look at our opening day 6-pack. That's already out there for you for Thursday's game. But you want to get notified when we are doing the videos. Will be different days of the week. So hit that subscribe button. Lastly, guys, get over to scoresandodds.com/beer. Take advantage of these special offers. Pay by the week, the month, or the year. Get access to premium betting information for all the major sports, not just NBA. You get access to everything, betting splits, all the information you need to help make you a better sports bettor. Check it out. The link is in the description of the video. Click that, get signed out at scoresandodds.com/beer. All right, let's get you some plays for DFS tonight. We got a ton of games on the schedule. I've narrowed things down to 5 of my favorite DFS plays, and we'll get you that favorite bet here shortly. But want to hit some value plays, some mid-range guys, and some guys I think are underpriced, and we're going to start in exactly that area with point guard, shooting guard, small forward, HAMIDOU DIALLO of the Pistons. So a lot of different positions you can play this guy at, which is outstanding. And this guy is going to get a ton of run here for the Detroit Pistons. Looked great in that last game. A guy that can contribute across the entire stat sheet as well, and really love that price over on DraftKings. FanDuel has ticked him up to 5,800. DraftKings still sitting below 5K. So I think there's a ton of value here with DIALLO, like we talked about. Going to be out there a lot. This is a Detroit team that's really taking a look at a lot of young guys, and it seems like he may be the best fit of anyone they brought in outside of Jeremy Grant here. Love the prospects for him, not only tonight, but moving forward with this Detroit team. But a guy that can contribute in every single category here, and a matchup that we want to exploit here against the Portland Trail Blazers. Most fantasy points allowed to opposing point guards, and if he's playing a shooting guard, guess what? Bottom 10 there as well. Portland has not defended the guard positions very well. So DIALLO too cheap over on DraftKings, and even on FanDuel at under 6K. I think there's value there as well. Love him in all formats tonight against the Portland Trail Blazers. All right, let's stay with that same position. Point guard, shooting guard, small forward, depending on where you're playing tonight. We're going to roll with Kevin Porter Jr. of the Rockets. So we really saw Porter Jr. make an impact coming up from the G League, dominating, putting up big numbers. Kind of saw a little lull as you'd expect, and now I think it's a good time to hop back aboard here. The KPJ Express taking off against the Brooklyn Nets here tonight. And the Rockets, we know, are going to give these young guys a look, just like the Pistons are. These guys are going to get run. Christian Wood expected back in that lineup tonight, but John Wall sounds like he may not be a go. So we'll definitely keep a close eye on that. If Wall is back, I still like Porter, just not as much as I like him if Wall is out. So we'll certainly monitor that situation throughout the day. And if Wall is out, the numbers speak for themselves. The usage jumps to almost 30% with him off the floor. We know Eric Gordon's going to miss this game as well, so they are thin a little bit in that backcourt. But he's shown us what kind of upside he's got. The prices have dipped a little bit. Now's the time to buy back in on Kevin Porter Jr. tonight against the Brooklyn Nets. All right, let's go down low. Get you a center in the mid-range. We're going to go with Jakob Poeltl of the Spurs. So LaMarcus Aldridge on his way to Brooklyn, and that is good news here for Poeltl, a guy who's really flourished with this opportunity to get more minutes, to get steady minutes and steady usage. In fact, it's really shown in his game logs as well. Over 30 DraftKings points in 5 of the last 9. 3 of those games he's gone over 40. So he's shown a nice floor ceiling combination here. Exactly what we're looking for at this 6K price point. He's given us the 30 points we need in our cash games and given us that 7-8x upside we're looking for in tournaments. And this matchup with Sacramento, I think, can unlock that ceiling. In fact, we just saw him go for 40 DraftKings points in his last game against Sacramento, a team we've been targeting centers against all season long. Big double-double in that game. Hit pretty much every single category here. And to me, price still seems a little bit too cheap. Buy low here on Jakob Poeltl tonight against the Sacramento Kings. All right, let's get to my favorite bet of the night. We're on a nice little winning streak here. Let's keep it going with the New York Knicks -4 tonight at Minnesota. So the Knicks also been on a nice little run here, covering 6 of the last 8 games. We like to see that. They've also been very good away from home, covering 8 of their last 11 road games. So a lot of teams get on the road. They struggle a bit. I know it's a different environment this season without a packed stadium. Road games a little bit easier, but still impressive. 8 of 11 covers. And Minnesota, kind of the opposite direction. We've seen them really struggle this season, only winning a handful of games, but really not covering either. In 14 of their last 20 games, they have failed to cover the number here. So the Knicks, one of the best defensive teams in the league. I think they'll be able to control the tempo of this game, and you shut down guys like Karl-Anthony Towns and Anthony Edwards. I get it. Not the easiest feat, but I think the Knicks have the horses to do that. Line seems a little bit too low. I like this one all the way up to Knicks -5.5 or even Knicks -6. But at this -4 number, I think they cover pretty easily here. Win this game handily. New York Knicks -4. My favorite bet of the night, again, brought to you by our friends over at scoresandodds.com. Take advantage of the special offers. Link is in the description at scoresandodds.com/beer. All right, let's get back to the DFS plays. We're going to spend up on our next play, a power forward with JAYSON Tatum of the Celtics. So you're kind of sensing a theme of today's six-pack, taking advantage of some of these injuries. Jaylen Brown, questionable for Boston. We know Tristan Thompson going to miss this game as well. And when we run the numbers, utilizing our Court IQ tool, which you can find in our RotoGrinders premium suite of tools, you see a nice usage jump over 6% to over 36% in this scenario for Jayson Tatum. So a nice big jump there. Going to have to do that much more for this Boston team. And another guy that's really been consistent here, 40 or more DraftKings points in 8 of the last 10 games, as you'd expect from a star like Tatum. Definitely gives you that 50 to 60 point upside that we're looking for in tournaments as well, and played well in his last matchup with Luka and this Dallas team. 28, 6, 4, 2, and 1, hit every single category in the stat sheet here. Love spending up here. Not quite as expensive as some of the other studs, but the upside to give you the same return as you're going to get from some of those guys. Love this spot for Jayson Tatum tonight against the Dallas Mavericks. All right, it's time to take a look at my favorite play for Wednesday night in the NBA. But before we do that, guys, we're going to continue our Beast of the Night contest. This is a thank you to you guys for hanging out here in the Fantasy Bar. Just get below the video in the comment section and guess fantasy points on FanDuel for my favorite play of the night. The closest guess will win themselves either a free 3-day pass to RotoGrinders Premium, a chance to check out Court IQ like we've been talking about, Lineup HQ, some of the best projections in the business, in my opinion. You'll get to check everything out for free for 3 days. Or if you're already a subscriber, we will send you a free RotoGrinders t-shirt. Let's wrap this baby up. My favorite play for Wednesday night, Mass, the Beast of the Night. All right, Beast time. I promised you a play of the night, a Beast of the Night under 6K, and we are going to deliver on that with point guard, shooting guard Jordan Clarkson of the Jazz. Tonight's Beast of the Night. Now, no Donovan Mitchell here for the Jazz is absolutely huge for Jordan Clarkson. He should be the first guy you put in your cash games and even at elevated ownership in tournaments. No doubt, this is not going to be a play that's going to be low owned. This is going to be a popular play, but with good reason. Let's look at the numbers here. Once again, in Court IQ, 31% usage rate with Mitchell off the floor this season. That is a big number. And a guy at these prices has to be a big part of your builds with these kind of numbers that Clarkson has put up with Mitchell off the floor. Not only that, the matchup, as good as it gets. We talked about how bad Portland was against guards. When you look at our defense versus archetype with a scoring wing like Jordan Clarkson, guess who gives up the most fantasy points to those kind of players? You guessed it, the Memphis Grizzlies here. Jordan Clarkson in a smash spot here without Mitchell. A great matchup with Memphis and tremendous prices at 5,500 and below on both sides. Lock him in, Jordan Clarkson, easily my favorite play of the night and tonight's Beast of the Night. All right, guys, that'll wrap us up here in the Fantasy Bar for Wednesday night with 5 of my favorite DFS plays and my favorite bet of the night. Hoping you guys enjoyed your time here in the Fantasy Bar and enjoyed the video. Any comments, questions, feedback, hit me up in the comment section right below the video. You can also follow me on Twitter at Beermakersfan. And guys, make sure you get over, again, scoresandodds.com. I keep saying it for a reason. Some tremendous information in there. Click the link below the video, get signed up, and get that advantage with all that knowledge, all that information, all the analytics you need in all the major sports, in all your sports betting ventures. For RotoGrinders.com, I am Beermakersfan. Salut. Best of luck here tonight, guys, and we'll see you.
Hey, thanks for checking out our videos. If you want more expert advice on DraftKings, FanDuel, or any other daily fantasy sports, make sure you check out the current videos playlist.